Hi, I'm Zsofia Miczek, and I'm making this YouTube video for people who own Wirehaired Vizsla and are not sure how to groom their coat. I would also like to show an example of two types of coat. This is Loubard de la Lande Bourberouge, a French dog. He's 2 years old now, and when he was a puppy, he had an excellent coat. He also has a good coat now, but a type of coat that needs to be needs some grooming. I never touched this coat, and he turned 2. Even with 1.5 years of age, his coat was pretty good, and now it's quite long, so it needs to be stripped or hand stripped or trimmed. And this is what I would like to show you. First of all, how to do it, and the fact that some wiry coats really need to be groomed. He also has a bigger beard, and this is usually the trade-off. So a bigger beard might come with the coat that becomes a bit longer with the age. Usually by the age of 2 they develop their final coat. Also on the ear, you can see otherwise that his coat would be good, because it's quite tight on the sitting on the top of the head, and here it's also shorter, but here it's longer. I would take this out as well. I already did this side, it's just been done. That's why it's a bit bald some places. It usually, if you go to a show, it has to be done about 6-8 weeks before the show. And this is the Zöldmàli Extreme. He has a very good type of coat, but a bit different. It's a type of coat that never needs grooming, but he doesn't have that much beard as this guy here, Zidane. So, you know, you might end up with a really good coat. It's excellent for hunting, you never have to touch, but usually the beard is not as much. I'm going to put Extreme away, Zidane ul, and I will work on Zidane's coat. So when I groom the wiry coat, and I have to tell I'm quite lazy, so I'm not really grooming most of my dogs, but this guy needs some grooming so his hair looks better. Let me show you his other side here, because this side has not been touched at all. I already started to do this side here. So if a dog has a proper wire hair, then it has enough undercoat that when you trim or hand strip, it will still have undercoat. But when you strip it, you have to be prepared that there won't be that much coat. These are the 3 things I use for grooming a wire-haired Vizsla. This is very useful no matter what type of coat you have, because you make the coat straighter every day, or if something sticks in the coat, you can use this, or something sticks in the beard, and you just take out whatever is in. If you want to make the coat a bit, you know, to have him lose that coat, then you can do it this side as well, and it takes out quite some coat, and then you can do the other way. So this is just for everyday use for any kind of wire-haired Vizsla. And then these two, this is the proper trimming knife. This is my favorite type, and this is called the Furminator. The Furminator is okay, but it's not doing such a good job. It takes out some of the hair, but that you would have to use like every few days, and then it takes out regular hair. But I believe it rather just takes out the undercoat and not the upper coat, or if there is really that coat. And this one is the trimming knife that you use for trimming the coat. But to be honest, the best way to trim a coat is by hand stripping. That is going to do the best result, and you basically has to do the hand stripping 2 times a year with the dog that needs grooming, and the dog will end up with a very good coat. So this is, I'm just getting rid of all the dead hair with hand stripping. See, and this is the undercoat that stays. And I'm just doing a bit more. Normally you are supposed to do the hand stripping with holding the skin against and then grabbing a piece and then take it or pull it out. And you have to do it with the whole body, especially on the back. It's much better to do that than the knife, because the knife sometimes cuts the hair into two and not taking out the dead hair. So see, this is how it looks, and I will do his coat and then we'll show you how it looks in the end. So this is how it's going to look, see? And it's better to do the hand stripping in the direction the hair grows. And also you might want to put on a rubber glove, and you can put some, wet the glove with water, and then it sticks better. Then it's easier to do the pulling of the hair. So see, this is how it's supposed to look. And then I also showed you earlier that this I already did with my hands. Now this leg part is the most difficult, because there the hair sits more tight. So I pull out everything. Of course, it's just done till here. And on this part, I'm going to show you how to use the stripping knife. So you have the knife like this. You hold against the skin and like this. And usually on these parts, on the tights and on the front here, I use the stripping knife, because there it can be more painful for the dog if you do the hand stripping. So this is how it looks with the knife. See? Okay. And well, it can take about 40 minutes, an hour to finish properly a dog, and he will be good until the next shedding. So see, this is done with the stripping knife quite well. And yes, so I would do with the stripping knife probably this part here on the shoulder, also here on the front, and on the leg it doesn't have to be touched, because he otherwise has a very good coat. So, but if there would be too hairy on the leg, I would pull it out probably with my hand or with the stripping knife, whichever is easier. So I also would pull out this hair, and he has a very nice head and beard, so it doesn't have to be touched. But if it would be too hairy here, then you might pull out this coat that is under the eyes until the end of the mouth, and then it gives a more squared face. So like that. Now I'm going to finish him up and then show you how he looks. Okay. So this is now Zidane finished. It was about 30, maximum 40 minutes to finish him. Ears are done, head is untouched, little bit taken from here. The shoulders are done, body is done. It will take about 6 weeks, and he will have the most perfect looking coat for another half a year. And this is the leftover. And the good news is that if you do the dog, he will not shed in the house at all.